Hi guys, it's John Mansell, ex-boozehound. Hope you're doing okay. Since I did a vlog probably about nearly 3 weeks ago called Internal Enemies, I've been in a low or a state of depression that has probably been one of the worst that I can remember for a really long time. During that time, I've tried to do a couple of vlogs, but they were horrendous, and I couldn't post them. And to that point, I actually posted something on Facebook, I think, to that effect, that I couldn't do the vlogs because they were horrendous. And I think I said something along the lines of, no matter how bad things get, thoughts of harming yourself or suicide should be put to one side. And I got some amazing comments that I haven't replied to as yet, and I'll be entirely honest, why I haven't replied is because I guess I didn't feel worthy of some of the things that people said. So I've called this vlog, I can't remember exact words, when nothing goes right, go left. And I think it's an interesting proverb, or whatever you want to call it, because a couple of weeks ago I did a vlog called Foundations, which I really liked, and it was all about, I've got lots of things in my mind that I want to do, I want to achieve, but I'm just unable to put those things into motion at the moment, because any foundations that I thought I'd built, the only way I can look at it really is that I've concentrated on building the foundations, but I haven't noticed that I've started building those foundations on a pile of shite. So a lot of times when nothing's going right, go left is a reference to going back to basics. Now, it is hard sometimes to go back to basics, because you feel so pathetic when you have to do those things, but you're not. I wear these two things on my wrist. The black leather one, I've worn one of those since I went into the booze clinic, Woodbourne Priory, back in 2003, and the sort of brown, red, white and blue one I bought when I was down in Poole, going to spend some time with a really close friend who I haven't seen for a long time. And while I was there, I remember doing a vlog talking about I'm never going to be able to relax, and going from the Midlands to Poole for a few days to get me away from the shit that was going on in my head was utter bollocks, because you just take it with you. And then 2 days later, I remember taking a photograph of me on Poole front with my shoes and socks off and my feet up on a plant pot, and I was really relaxed. A lot of times when people like us are in terrible times, people tell us again and again and again to just take small steps, and we hate it. We hate it. It sort of just cuts you to the bone. And next week I've got to talk to my psychiatrist about changing my medication again. I only changed it probably about 6 months ago, and initially I thought it was doing me good, but it's not. It's the lows that I've been having are so low and scary. And talking to my mum yesterday, she sort of did me a list of the times where I've been low, and it's just far too often. I'm more low or more struggling than I am coping, and I'm not willing to live that way. So I wanted this to be a quick vlog. Look, I could do vlogs left, right and centre when I'm negative and close to tears, but I think sometimes that helps other people to see, I hate to say this, to see somebody that they have told me that, you know, they look up to me and that I inspire them and inspire them to fight against their demons. But hopefully people know that I have horrendous lows. I'm bipolar, you know. It's you know, people say to me, well, if the antidepressant medication is you're still having really massive lows, what's the point in counting on medication? You can't. I don't think anybody with bipolar, and I think at times I do have a serious case of bipolar. I don't know, I'll talk to my psychiatrist, but I don't think we'd stand a chance without that medication that gives us that chance. And I think one of the differences between me and other people is I hear lots of people talking about, you know, they end up in psychosis and end up being hospitalised. Well, it doesn't matter how bad I get, I don't go into psychosis, I don't get hospitalised, because I know my illness, and I lean on people around me. I ask people for help. I don't do that enough. I'm going to be doing it more. I've reached out to a couple of people this weekend, and I'm going to reach out to a couple more people during the week. But the reason for doing this vlog is for whatever reason I've got myself to a state where the lows are crippling, and I've wanted to give up many times over the last 3 weeks, and on a number of occasions 100% believed that my demons and my voices and my thoughts and my illness had beaten me. I've still got a long way to go. I've just been to the gym. I've started getting out of the house a little bit. I've still got a long way to go, but what I wanted to say to you guys is no matter how bad things get, look at your track record. Every single time you've got through it, it's been really painful at times, but it doesn't matter how bad it gets, you can get through it. And I'm going to be one of those annoying people now. It's taken me a long time to get through this state of depression, and get back out and start going to the gym and reaching out to other people. people have been telling me to do that for the last few weeks, and I'm not going to say they were right and I was wrong, because sometimes it has to be the right time, and only you can know that, whether it's the right time to leave the house, whether it's the right time to, you know, contact somebody, whether it's the right time to go to the gym. Only you can know that. But what I'm going to ask you to do is this week reach out to somebody that you haven't spoken to for a while. Get out and have a walk. Go and have a cup of coffee somewhere. See if you can meet up with someone. No matter whether you see a psychologist, psychiatrist, you got the right medication, you eat all the right things, you do all the right exercise. Sometimes this illness is just there, you know. And when people talk about taking little steps, it really fucks you off. But again, if you think about it in a physical state, say if you're a marathon runner and you had a serious injury, you wouldn't just sit around for a bit, feel rested, and then start running 26 miles again or 24 miles again. You'd get out, you'd stretch, you'd do some little walks, and you'd build back up. And that's exactly the same as it is with our minds. The fuse goes and you have to make it work again somehow, and you have to do it slowly. I'm gonna stop now. I hope however bad it gets, you can beat this. I promise you, I was so close to giving up and throwing in the towel on so many occasions over the last 3 weeks. I thought I was beaten. I believed 100% I was beaten, but I wasn't, and I'm not, and I never will be, and neither will you. And over the last few weeks, I've let somebody down, and I'm sorry. I will reply to your email, but I'm sorry that I've let you down, and I hope you can understand that I haven't been well. Anyway, however bad you are, you will get through this. These demons, these voices, these fucking things, they can't beat us, and they may keep us down for a bit, but they'll never beat us. Never. Enjoy the good and ride out the bad, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.